Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have this super glamorous cut crease makeup look for you guys. It is so perfect for a night out. It is just super duper glamorous. I love how this look came out. I was inspired by a picture that I saw on Instagram, and I knew that I had to recreate this look, especially because I've been dying to wear my fall lip gloss from Anastasia Beverly Hills in Maple, and I just felt like this outfit was perfect for it. The entire look I feel like just goes together, and I'm really obsessed with it, and I hope you guys will be as much as I am. So if you are interested in seeing how to get this super glamorous fall cut crease makeup look, then just keep on watching. So the first thing I'm doing is starting out with my Too Faced Shadow Insurance Lemon Drop eyeshadow primer. This is a color correcting primer, so it has a bit of a yellow tint to it, and I really missed using this primer, so I thought that I would pull it out for this look today. So I'm just blending that over my entire eyelid, and yeah, I'm gonna set it using this first shade from the Morphe 350 palette and this huge flat shader brush from the ABH Cosmetics Pop Art Brush Set. And then to get this look started, I'm going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm using these two shades, Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange, on this Wet n Wild Fluffy Crease blending brush, and those are going to be my two transition colors to start this look out. And I am blending those from the edge of my eyebrow all the way to the inner part of the bridge of my nose, and I'm really just building up the colors in my crease so that I get a nice transition. And once I feel like I have those colors blended out nicely into my crease, I'm going to move on to the shade Real Guard, and I'm going to be using that on this blending brush from BH Cosmetics. This is from their Polka Dot collection. This is a slightly denser blending brush than the Wet n Wild one, and I'm focusing that color mostly into my crease so I can build up some depth and intensity to this eye look. Again, I am blending that from the end of my eyebrow, and this color I'm going to actually take on the bridge of my nose to get a very defined eye look. This is a technique that I learned, like this is what's going to make your cut crease look a lot better, especially since I'm not winging it out at the end. Bringing it all the way in on the bridge of my nose is really going to make this look more defined. So now I'm taking Red Ochre from the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm using that on this Morphe M330 brush. This is a more tapered blending brush, and I'm blending Red Ochre mostly into the crease of my eye. This is what's going to give us that reddish burgundy-ish shade. So I'm just making sure to properly blend that into the actual fold of my eye. And then I'm going to go over all of that, and I'm going to be using that same brush from BH Cosmetics, and I put a little bit more Real Guard onto my brush, and I'm just blending all of those colors together now to get a nice seamless look. So now this is where I'm going to be cutting my crease. I'm going to be using this NYX eyeshadow base in the shade Skin Tone, and I'm going to be using this flat concealer brush from Coastal Scents. So what I'm really doing is just going above my crease, and I'm making sure to just carve out my lid. And the reason why I'm going above my crease is because my eyelids are a little bit hooded, so if I just put this color directly into my crease, it won't look like much of an actual cut crease. So I'm only going to show a small clip of me doing this because I actually need both of my hands to achieve this, and I need a mirror to actually do this, but you guys can get the gist and see what I'm doing. I'm just pulling my eye taut, and I'm making sure to carve out my crease. But then I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. glitter primer, and I'm going to use that on my lid with that same concealer brush. And this is just to make the eyeshadow that I'm going to put on my lid pop a whole lot more. And I'm going to be using Primavera from the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm just going to be packing that onto my lid using a flat shader brush from Too Faced. This is their dual-ended brush, and I'm really just packing the crap out of that shade onto my lid. I really wanted this color to stand out, and as you guys can see, I'm getting super fallout from this shade, but I really wanted it to stand out and pop and, you know, like be really eye-catching. So I'm just packing that shade as heavy as I can onto my lid and making sure not to go above my crease with that. So yeah, just packing that on. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to clean up the crease, so don't worry about that. I'm just making sure that I have the shade packed on the entire lid and I didn't leave any gaps. So now I'm going to go into Cypress Umber, and I'm going to be taking this Luxie 221 flat definer brush, and I'm going to just be carving out my crease even more with this shade, like giving it more definition and making sure that it's nice and seamless. So I'm just using that brush to go along the edges, and then I'm going to use another brush from the BH Cosmetics Polka Dot set, and it's going to be like a rounded definer brush, and I'm just going to be using that to sort of blend it out, help blend out that harsh line. So yeah, just using that to help blend it out. And I keep going back and forth between that Luxie flat definer brush and this small definer brush from BH Cosmetics, just to make sure that the entire eye look is like very seamless. So then I'm also going back in with that fluffy blending brush that I used to apply Real Guard, and I'm just blending all of that out. And then I am taking Tempura, and that is going to be my brow bone highlight. So I'm just applying that to the entirety of my brow. And then I'm going to go back in and blend all of that out so I get a nice transition from my brow bone color to my transition color. So now I'm going to be applying my Cocoa Lashes in the style Goddess, but while I wait for that glue to dry, I'm going to be using my Marc Jacobs Blacker eyeliner to tightline and my Urban Decay Perversion mascara, and I'm really just prepping my eyes and my lashes for these false eyelashes. So now I'm just going to be popping those lashes on using some tweezers, and the eye look is really complete for now until I have to go back in and finish up the lower lash line. So we're just going to move on to the face. So I'm using my Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm in Sensitive, and I'm just applying that to the entirety of my face, and yeah, just putting that all over. And then I'm also going to go in with my Benefit Professional Face Primer, and I'm going to just pat that into the areas where I need to fill in my pores. And I feel like patting this in works a lot better than if you just smooth it into your skin. And for foundation, I'm using my L'Oreal True Match C8 foundation, and I've actually really been enjoying this foundation ever since I put it in my Project Pan. And I'm almost out of it, but I just really have been enjoying that. But I'm putting that all over my face with my Real Techniques sponge. And then for highlight concealer, I'm going to be using my NYX HD concealer in the shade Nutmeg, and I'm really going to be using that concealer to clean up the edge of this eye look. Like I said, I really want this eye look to be seamless and flawless, so I'm just going to be using that to clean up the outer edge. And when I blend it out with my Real Techniques sponge, you guys will see how I'm cleaning it up. And then I'm just going to take that concealer on all the high points of my face and do my highlighting and contouring routine like I normally do. You guys know the drill. This has not changed at all. So I'm just applying that all over my face, and then we're going to blend it out with that same sponge. And then I'm going to go into my Too Faced Cocoa Contour Set. I'm going to be using that Cocoa Butter shade with this new Morphe Rose Gold brush that I got. This is the Morphe R3 brush, and R5 brush. And I'm just going to be using that to set all of the places where I put the highlight concealer. And then I'm cream contouring with the Bobbi Brown foundation stick in Espresso. And I'm going to blend that out, of course, with my Real Techniques sponge as well. And then I'm going to set my entire face with, wait a minute, hold up, never mind. Okay. And then I'm going to set my entire face with my Sephora Micro Smooth Baked Powder Contour, and Baked Powder Foundation, sorry. I'm going to be using my Morphe M424 brush. And then to go ahead and bronze up my skin, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzer in Antigua with the Morphe, what brush is that? This is the Morphe M437 brush. So I'm just using that to bronze up my skin and give me a nice glowy look. And then I'm going to actually contour using the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette, the Deep Mocha shade. And I'm going to use the brush that came with it to go ahead and just put that contour over that bronzer to give me a nice chiseled look. And I'm also going to put that on my forehead as well. And then to nose contour, I'm going to be using the medium mocha shade, and I'm going to be using this brush from BH Cosmetics. This is their 131 brush. It actually came in a set. And then for blush, I'm going to be using the lightest shade in the e.l.f. Blush Dark palette, and I'm just going to be applying that with the Morphe M556 brush. And for highlight, I'm using my Laura Geller Gilded Honey on the Morphe, the M510. And I sprayed it with some e.l.f. Makeup Missing Set to make the highlight pop a little bit more, because this is more of a nighttime, going out, glamorous type of look. So we need hella highlight, and I'm applying that to all of the places that I would normally highlight. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish up the eyes. So I'm going to be using all of the shades that I used on my crease and my lower lash line, and I'm just using that same definer brush that I was using to blend out the cut crease look. I'm using that on my lower lash line, and then I'm going to apply some mascara, and then we're going to move on to the lips. So I'm going to be using the NYX lip liner in Auburn, and I'm just going to be applying that to the outer portion of my lips, and then I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Fall Lip Gloss in Maple. It's a gorgeous color. It's beautiful. It went so well with this look, so well with this outfit. I'm obsessed. So I'm just applying that to the entirety of my lips. Then I'm going to give my face a quick spray of the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray, because since this is a nighttime look, we do want it to last literally all night. And that is going to complete this makeup look. So I hope you guys are as obsessed with this look as I am. I hope you guys enjoy seeing me create this look. It is super glamorous, super gorgeous, perfect for fall, and it's actually a really easy cut crease makeup tutorial. So give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.